Hey, welcome back, family. So you saw in my last video I did these awesome black chrome nails and I'm still loving them, but my other hand is now naked. So I'm going to be using my Mia's Secret clear powder that you saw in my last video, and I'm going to show you guys how to build up your natural nails, if they have a little length to them at least. Even if they don't, you can still do this. I'm going to show you how to build up your natural nails with clear dip powder, so you can put polish on top of them if that's your bag. I'm not a big polish fan, mostly just because I suck at polishing my nails. But I know there are a lot of you guys out there that still like to use polish with your dip powder. So I'm going to show you what I have found to be a really great way to use polish with dip powder. So I'm going to let you guys first watch me do my application. This is the polish that I used. It's a rose gold glitter that I got from Walmart. It wasn't very expensive. I will try to find a link for it, and if I can, I'll put it in the description box. But it wasn't very expensive. I think it was probably under $3 or $4. But chances are, if this is something that you want to do, it's because you already have polish at home. I do not. So I had to go out and buy nail polish, which was super weird. I actually got it on Black Friday. I am one of those crazy lunatics that go shopping after Thanksgiving dinner, and I went to Walmart amongst the crazies and mostly wanted to just stock up on acetone and Tupperware. That was my MO. I need acetone and Tupperware. But I found this polish over by, the polishes where the acetone lives. So I'm like, that would be great to use with clear dip powder, because I've been hunting for a really good rose gold. And, I find a lot of people run into the problem of wanting to do dip powder or even, like poly gel or gel polish or any other type of enhancement on their nails, but they're so in love with a particular polish color. For me, that would be OPI's Bubble Bath. It's my hands down all-time favorite polish color ever, which is probably surprising because I know I do some kind of crazy stuff on my nails, but that has always been like my go-to color, OPI Bubble Bath. And I know it's hard sometimes to find a color of dip powder or gel polish or, poly gel or whatever you're doing that matches a particular color that you want, and why should you sacrifice? So this is how I'm going to do my dip powder so I can use polish along with it. So you're going to see me prep my nails, and this is my normal prep routine. I will leave my e-file and the bit that I'm using down in the description box, along with all the other products that I'm going to use in today's video, with the exception of possibly the polish, because I'm not sure if I'll be able to find a link for it since I bought it actually in the store, but I will try. So I'm going to let you guys watch me get all prepped up, and I'll come back when I start doing my dip powder or acrylic application. Stay tuned. All right, so I've got my triple vitamin base and my Mia Secret clear acrylic powder that's in this little bitty tub that I put in there, and I'm gonna start building up my nail. Now this is what I do for my nails on my right hand because they do have length to them. If your nails are not quite as long as mine, you don't need to worry about building up your apex. It's really only necessary for nails with length. It's what prevents them from breaking. So for me, I'm gonna start by doing like a 2/3 to 3/4 dip of the clear acrylic. And if you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but I do avoid the sidewalls. I'm really trying to focus the dip powder, or the acrylic I should say, on the center of my nail and the free edge. I don't want to put too much bulk around the sidewalls because that just means more filing for me later. So that's my MO here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this to all 5 nails. And again, I'll leave the links for the Mia Secret acrylic. Now it is acrylic, it's not dip powder. So for those of you who are not sure about the difference, I'm going to tell you what I know about the difference between acrylic and dip powder. To the best of my knowledge, dip powder is really nothing more than very finely milled acrylic. I have heard some companies say that they add calcium or vitamins or some kind of magical stuff into dip powder, and that's what makes it quote unquote healthy nail, if you guys have heard that term before. I feel like I hear it all the time. Oh, you do healthy nails. Oh, is that healthy nails? And I'm like, I wish people would stop calling it that, because any type of stuff that you put on your nails is probably not healthy per se, but it's really all the same stuff. The major difference between acrylic and dip is just the consistency of it. Acrylic is not as finely milled. I have found though with the Mia Secret, I don't know, it's super clear. I don't have any problems as far as grit or graininess goes. So I really, really like this acrylic to use as dip powder, and you can do that. So what you're seeing me do right now is I've done the 3/4 dip, of the acrylic, and now I'm going in pretty much right up to my cuticle area with the same Mia Secret acrylic, and I'm going to do 2 full dips like this. And this will just help build up my apex, add strength to my nail, make it a little bit thicker so it's not as thin and flimsy as my nails typically are. And yeah, so I'm going to let you finish watching up my application here, which I'm going to speed through for you. I'm going to show you how to file and buff. And I think you'll be able to see the filing and stuff more easily with it's that day. You know what? It's early and I have possibly over caffeinated myself, so this could be an interesting voiceover. You guys are so tolerant of me and I appreciate you. So I'm going to let you guys finish watching me do my general application, and I'll come back and we'll do some filing and buffing. Am I going to do buffing? I'm going to do buffing because I'm going to put nail polish on top of this. Anyway, you'll see what happens. So I'll be back here with you guys in just a little bit. Okay, so I finished my application. I'm going to go in with my activator. Now, you could do two things with, if you're doing the clear with the polish and the stuff. So you could, if you wanted to, after you file and buff, put on your polish. You could, in theory, encapsulate with the clear acrylic again. I didn't find that to be necessary. I do my polish and then I just put gel top coat on top of it. But you could, if you wanted to, encapsulate and clear, and that would keep your polish on longer. Although with the gel top coat that I use, I find that it's pretty long lasting and durable and all of that. So we'll chat more about that, a little bit later on. But I am doing my 2 coats of activator. I always do 2 coats of activator. I find that I might have been traumatized one time when I only did 1 coat of activator, and this is going back. This is going back to, almost my beginning. And I only did 1 coat of activator, and it didn't cure properly or enough. And I went to file or use my Efile, and I had chunks of product flying off my nails. I know some of you guys have had that happen before, but I do find that problem is pretty much eliminated if you just do two coats of the activator. You can't over-activate, so you can be super generous with the activator if you want to be. I'm not saying waste product. Don't douse your whole hand in it. I mean, if that's what you're into, who am I to judge? But for these purposes, 2 coats of activator is absolutely perfect. And if you find that you're starting to file, the top or the tips or the sides of your nails and the product is not quite cured, you can add activator and just give it a few more minutes to dry and you should be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and do my normal filing routine. Most of you guys have seen me do this before, but I always start with my sidewalls and then I finalize my shaping, do my free edge, make sure everything is nice and straight and square the way I like it. And then I'm going to go in with my E-file. So I'm going to let you guys watch me do my shaping. I don't know if you can really get a good grip of the angles that I use my file at for my shaping, but this is how I do the shaping of my nails. It's super simple. It's not very complicated. So yeah, I'm going to just let you guys veg out. I'll put my music on and you guys can just hang out and watch me do my thing, and I will come back eventually at some point when I feel the need to yap and yap and yap some more. So I will be back with you guys in just a bit. Okay, so now that I've gotten my shape down to where I like it, I'm going to go in with my E-file. And I only just noticed this now as I'm doing my voiceover, but this is me using my non-dominant hand to do my dominant hand. I'm a righty. I am a righty, so I'm using my left hand to do everything here. I know I've had some more of you guys ask me for more videos of me using my non-dominant hand. You're going to get a whole lot of that over the next couple of weeks because I'm trying to leave my left hand alone so it grows out a little bit. So I'm going to do my normal e-filing routine. I find that with the clear acrylic, you don't have to worry so much about having a clean cuticle line because it is super clear and you can't really see a definitive cuticle line, you know? It kind of just blends in with your natural nail. Although I do want to keep it nice and smooth. That way, if/when it grows out at all, depending on how long I keep mine on, you don't see a big bump, you know, towards the cuticle area. I guess that would be the bottom of your nail. I don't know, that whole thing confuses me. Like the tip is the top and the cuticle is the bottom, but I don't know. So I'm just going to use my e-file, do my cuticle refining and smoothing and a little bit of contouring. And by contouring, I mean making sure the side walls are not over bulky, making sure the nail has a nice curve to it on top. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to let you guys watch, and I will come back when it's time for polish. So I'll see you guys here in just a sec. All right, so now that I've gotten my nails contoured and buffed and they're all nice and smooth and clean, I went and washed my hands off. As you can see, there's a nice apex, there's a nice curve. They look super natural. And in my next video, you're gonna see how I use this foundation to do another design. So stick around for that. Well, don't stick around. You'll be waiting for a while. It'll be my next upload. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the polish. I just grabbed one of my little jars of product just to prop my hand up with. I'm not using it for anything other than that. So I'm going to go ahead and use my polish, and I'm applying this. For me, I'm kind of applying this like I apply my dip base. I really don't want you guys to pay super close attention to how I polish my nails because I honestly suck at it. I really just wanted to show you that this product, the Mia Secret Clear Acrylic, has so much potential to do so many different things, like be the foundation for you to put polish on. But my technique for polishing is subpar, non-professional, and quite honestly atrocious. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and polish up all my nails. I am gonna do 2 coats of this rose gold glitter polish that I got from Walmart, which is typical for me, I guess, if I were to polish my nails. I haven't done it in so long. You guys, seriously, since I've been using dip powder, and I've been using dip powder regularly, primarily, exclusively, that's the word I want. I've been using dip powder and acrylic exclusively since, it's been about a year. It's been almost over a year. I think I started November of, 2018. So I have not polished my nails in quite some time. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and polish up all my nails. I'm gonna do 2 coats, and then I'm gonna encapsulate with clear gel polish, gel top coat. You can encapsulate in clear acrylic, like I mentioned before. But you have to make sure the polish is totally dry, because you don't want to put dip base over any type of slightly wet polish. You want to make sure it's totally dry, because if it's not totally dry, I don't know, I just find or feel like bad things are bound to happen if you don't let polish dry. You guys know what I mean. So I'll let you guys watch, and I will come back here in just a bit. Okay, so I remembered why I hate polishing my nails so much. Not only do I suck at applying actual polish, but I have zero patience, and it did take a good 15 minutes for this polish to, what I think is dry completely. It may not have been, I don't really know. It felt dry to me, so on we go. Now I'm going in with my Model 1's No Wipe Glossy Top Coat, and I'm going to apply this to all of my nails. Just like I always do, nothing different here. I was a little bit worried about how the gel top coat would react to the polish underneath, but gotta tell you, didn't really have a problem with it. And I kept this set on for definitely a good few days before I removed the polish and did another set. I didn't remove my acrylic, I just removed the polish. I filed it off with my e-file, or you can use a hand file. But didn't have any problems. The product wasn't like soupy when I went to take it off, so I'm assuming it gelled. It dried completely. So So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up applying my top coat, and I'm gonna come back and chit chat a little bit more in just a bit. So here's the finished look. I do want to just chat with you real quick about, you saw me flip my hand upside down for a second. If you have an apex to your nail, if you need an apex to your nail, gel polish, if you flip your hand upside down, the gel will kind of pull where your apex is to the highest point of your nail. And that will just give you a little bit more of an apex and help the strength of your nail and prevent breakage. So that's what you saw me do there. I'm going in with my cuticle candy, my cuticle candy skincare cuticle oil, which I love so much. And coming up here in a little bit, in the next couple of weeks of uploading, you'll see a brand new scent that Candy Skincare made for me, and I was so happy about it. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm just going in with my cuticle oil, and I gotta tell you, this color, first of all, I love it so much, and this wasn't difficult. It's not hard to build a nail with clear acrylic at all, and then put polish over it. If you can polish your nails better than I can, you might actually really like using this technique. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have any questions or any comments, and I will see you guys in the next vid. Love you, bye.